Hello, good morning and good afternoon, good evening. Can you hear me, see me okay, buddy? Hello. Yeah, just give me the thumb up so I can start today's session. So I'm good. Is it good? All right. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. And happy Saturday. And I'm so excited to be here with you today. So before we start, if you can bring the mirror or phone and use a phone camera, please do so because we're going to do some exercises together. And I want to see your face and the changes when we practice the poses together. Okay, so do that. And we are going to start today's session. All right. So today I want to welcome again officially, but I'm so glad you are here. And before we start, I want to introduce myself. I'm Fumiko Takatsu, and I'm originally from Japan and the founder of the Face Yoga Method. And today, I'm going to keep this short, sweet, and focused because I want you to actually feel a difference before we are done. So, we are going through some of the three techniques and that address the real cause of hooded eyes and a heavy lid. And I'll show you exactly what is happening beneath the surface. And I'll leave you or teach you the full sequence you can start today. And no equipment and no surgery, and just 10 minutes, and let's begin. So I want to start something with something very, very simple, but please open your eyes as wide as possible. Okay? Open your eyes. Open your eyes. And then feel your forehead. Or if you have a phone, if you have a mirror, check your forehead. What do you feel? What do you see? Do you feel wrinkles? Do you feel like something you never even thought? Like, what is happening? Okay. So, most people probably have never heard of it. So, that is the muscle, it's called frontalis. And right there in the forehead. So, this muscle lifts your brows. So, every time you open your eyes, you're using this probably and then creating the wrinkles without you realizing it. And for most of us, that means this muscle is overworking. It's compensating because the eye area has become less active over time. Does it make sense? So think about how you put on mascara. Try that. You pretend you're putting mascara on. Do you feel that? Do you see that wrinkle forming? Or if you have a contact lenses, try to put a contact lens on. Instantly, I lift my brows, right? If I don't pay attention. Or how you strain to read something far away, like, ooh, what is happening on your forehead? So that lifting sensation you feel in your forehead, that is your frontalis taking over this muscle. So I'm going to show which one exactly. So this is a muscle, frontalis, right here, right? It's a pretty big muscle. And the more it does, the more eye area does less because it's getting lazy. So over time, that imbalance, one main reason, that is the one main reason that lid start to feel heavy and that begin to hurt. So the first thing we are going to do together is to interrupt the pattern. So we are going to do one pose. I love this pose so much. It's called a forehead freeze. So let's place your fingers or interlace your fingers. And if this is hard, you can even place fingers right this so that you stop the movement, this movement. Sound good? So let's sit nice and tall, shoulders relaxed, and interlace your fingers or palms on the forehead. If this is hard, you can even put one palm. And then we are going to push, apply slight pressure and a push up. Ready? And then we are going to open our eyes as wide as possible, like we did. But this time, because we have hands on your forehead, you are feeling the resistance. So you're just using your eye muscles and opening the eyes. Hold for, let's say, 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come out and roll your shoulders. Okay, beautiful. So let's do again. Okay, interlace or palms or whatever works for you. The key is stopping the movement. So I'm going to put my fingers this way this time and push up slightly. So there's no wrinkles because I'm using my fingers. And then shoulders relaxed. Are you ready? We're going to open our eyes as wide as possible. Open, open. Don't hold your breath. And then hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come out and relax. Good. How do you feel? Now, let's open your eyes as wide as possible again. Can you feel the difference? Do you feel that your eye area is now walking on its own instead of creating the forehead wrinkles? It's a little subtle, but you practice consistently, you can create the pattern to start the shift. That means you wrinkle your forehead less and opening the eyes. Does it make sense? Okay, you need to practice though. And then let's go to the next one. So next one is place your fingers right here. Okay, just above your ears, right here. Okay. And then I want you to clench your teeth. Just clench. Mm, mm. Do you feel that? Do you feel the movement? That is your temporalis. I don't know how many of you clench your teeth or bite your teeth at night or throughout the day. But most people, here, I'm going to show this is the muscle, okay, temporalis muscle. So the most people probably have no idea. It's connected to how their eye look. So when this area hold tension, like you just did, clench your teeth, right? From stress or from even like a screens, it does not stay there. That tightness doesn't stay there. Okay, you can feel again. Okay, let's feel that. So this one, it travels toward the outer corner of the eyes. Is this scary? So over time, it compress the tissue and pull the corners down. And it creates that tired look, even when you are not tired. So let's place palms again and a push down and that tightly, the tiny sensation, and then look at your eye area. Right? Check your eye area. Do you see that little droopiness? Do you see that restriction? Okay, so right now we have the forehead pressing down from the above, tightness, right? If you're, and then temples pulling down from the side. What is going to happen? Look at that. Your eyes are caught in the middle. So you don't want to have that. So let's release that part. So the pose I do is called temporal massage. Just like the name says, it's pretty straightforward. So we are going to, you can put the palms here, or you can even put the fingers, or if you want, you can even make knuckles and stimulate. So we're going to release the tension from here and then shoulder relax, chest open, and then let's do that. Ready? Very gently massage toward the back of the head and the shoulders relax. And also don't clench your teeth. That creates the tightness, so you can even open your mouth slightly. Ah, beautiful. And let's do other direction. Keep your shoulders relaxed, your jaw relaxed. And come out and close your eyes. Do you feel little softness or opening sensations? We're going to do one more time. Let's roll our shoulders. Okay? Just release a little bit of tension from the shoulder. And then this time I'm gonna make fist and use my knuckles. Same thing, shoulder relaxed, and then apply, all right, firm pressure, just enough. And then very gently massage that area. Oh, yes. If you find a spot like, ooh, this is tight, you can even move your knuckles to the spot. Keep breathing and keep shoulders relaxed. Okay, one more spot. Yes. All right. And come out. Close your eyes and feel that space or releasing sensation you just created. How do you feel? Let's open your eyes. Can you feel like your eyes can open more? Or do you feel like a little space? Okay. Yep. So that tension you just released, most people are holding it all day and even all night without realizing it. So when it does, the outer corner area started going down, but when you release it, it creates the rooms and a space to lift back into the natural position. That's why you can open it. Yes, keep yearning is a wonderful thing. What does it mean? When you yearn, that means you're releasing, you're relaxing. So I love that. Okay. Are you ready for the next one? Next one? Okay. Let's do the next one. So the next one is a puffiness. And this one probably surprises people. The eye area has one of the most delicate fluid system in the face. So as we get older, especially overnight, when we are not moving or when we're not blinking and opening our eyes often, lymphatic flow slows down. Okay? So fluid pools right there under the eyes. So eye puffiness starts. And it's not don't complain, your family members. It's not your genes. It's not something you have to live with, or it's not your age. Okay? It is fluid that has nowhere to go, just staying there. Just sitting on top of the muscle that is not being activated. I'm going to show the picture. Okay, so eye area muscle right here. So it just stay there because you're not moving. So stay there without just moving to another part of the body. So that is why no eye cream fixes it. I mean, eye creams are great for fine lines, but not for the fluid, not for the eye bags, because it's not a skin problem. Okay, so we're gonna do a third pose together. It's called eye bag toner. So how are we going to do it? Just like, we did before, we're going to walk on around the eye area too. But this time, make a V shape with your middle and index fingers. Okay. And then place middle finger right in a corner of your eyes. And then index finger outer corner of your eyes. Okay. Shoulder relaxed. And with this, apply light pressure. Not too much, just light. And then drop your jaw as if you're yearning. And then with this, very gently move your gaze toward the ceiling, 45-degree angle. Maybe some of you feel some movement or sensation under the eye. And then with this, move your lower eyelid as if you're blinking or tightening the gaze. Okay? And hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come out. Let's roll our shoulders again. Okay. How many of you felt the movement? Like I felt the movement. Let me know. Did you feel something? Yeah, very subtle, right? It's not big, but that beautiful. So for those who didn't feel the movement, you can even place all the fingers right there. So let's do it again. Okay, very gently place the meaty part of fingers right here, under eyes. Same thing. Okay, here. And if you didn't feel the movement, but had the biggest long yawn. That is great. You're releasing tension. Shoulder relaxed. Very gently drop your jaw as if you're yearning. Okay? And then with this finger position, very slowly move the gaze. Let's try as if you're doing a cross eyes. Maybe you feel more movement. Do you feel that? Very subtle. Don't wrinkle your forehead. If you wrinkle your forehead, you can even put the palm on your forehead. And then hold this 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then come out and roll your shoulders. How was that? Did you feel the subtle movement more after you put the fingers right here? Yeah, very subtle, but what you're doing is activating that area. And then doing it two things. The movement, two things, what does it mean? Encouraging fluid to move out of the area. And also it wakes up the muscle underneath so the tissue has something to lift from. Does it make sense? So the fluid can move. And that was the eye back toner. So how about if we put all three together? Okay. Each technique creates a shift on its own. Just like the name says, forehead freeze, temple massage, and eye back toner. However, when done in the right order, one building on the next, that is when the eye area starts to truly change. Okay, so let's follow along with me. We're going to do it together. So the first one is forehead freeze. You can put palm or perms or whatever works for you. The key is relax the forehead, right? Stop the movement. So I'm going to interlace my fingers this time. And then chest open and the shoulder relaxed. You don't want to create any tension. And then apply pressure, just firm enough that you don't move your forehead. And then push your forehead up. Good, good, good. And then with this, remember, open your eyes as wide as possible. Open, but you're resisting because you have palms on your forehead. And then hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax and you roll your shoulders. Let's do it again. You can put hand position differently. I'm gonna put one perm this time and then apply pressure and lift up slightly. Chest open, heart open, and then open eyes as wide as possible without wrinkling your forehead. Ready? Don't hold your breath. Keep breathing. For 5, 4, your eyes are open. 3, shoulder relaxed. 2, 1, and then close your eyes and roll your shoulders. Beautiful. Let's go to the next one. Temple massage. You can place fingers, palms, or knuckles. I'm going to do fingers this time. Okay. So shoulders relaxed, chest open, and the very nicely massage this area. You can open your mouth slightly so that you're not clenching the teeth. Beautiful. Keep breathing. And let's do other direction. Yes, yes, I'm releasing the tightness and come out. Beautiful. Okay, one more time. I'm gonna do this palm this time. Okay, shoulders relax and very gentle massage, releasing the tension from the temporal area. Keep your chest open, shoulder relaxed. Keep breathing and other direction. Ready? Right here. Yes, right here. This is so good, creating lots of releasing. And come out and let's roll the shoulders. Ah, if you want to yearn, go for it. You ready for the third one? The eye back toner. You can put the V-shaped fingers or you can place fingers, whatever works for you. I'm gonna start placing my fingers very gently, lightly, and drop your jaw as if you're yearning so that you don't clench your teeth. And then with this, very slowly move your gaze toward the ceiling. Very subtle, but you should feel the movement this time. And then tighten your gaze by moving or activating lower eyelid. And don't hold your breath, but hold this eye position for 5, 4. You can even blink. 3, 2, 1, and come out. Relax. We're gonna do again. Okay? You can place fingers or V shape, whatever works for you. I'm gonna do V shape this time. Shoulders relaxed. Drop your jaw. And then move your gaze. You can try cross eyes so that you can maybe feel the sensation of movement under eye area. Go slow and then move your lower eyelid as if you're looking something bright so that you have to close your eyes using only lower eyelid. Hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come out. Close your eyes and roll back your shoulders. Ah, okay. Open your eyes as wide as possible. If you have a mirror, look at yourself. How does your forehead look? Can you open your eyes without wrinkling your forehead? Can you see your eyes a little bit wider open, or do you feel lighter? Okay? How does your eye area feel right now compared to 5 minutes ago? Yeah, you can pause in a chat or you can just think about it. How does it feel? It does feel lighter, right? It's a very subtle. Yep. And oh, I love that. Okay, love that, love that. So this is what a single round can do. Very simple. And imagine what 15 days of this looks like. So the team is gonna share some screens. I want to share this. I'm so excited, right? Suzanne is 64. And then look at her before after. Can you see that? And she's very happy. This is a change of 1 week only. It took her only 1 week. I'm so happy to see this beyond words. I love that. So I love the middle of the eyelid. See that after photo? Lift it. Very subtle, but I can see that. Let's go to next one. So next one is ta-da! Mary. Can you see that? Mary is 73. And she said, I can see, I think I can see that my eyes are opening up and more my forehead lines are softening. Can you see that? Her outer corner of eyelid are lifted. I'm sure she had lots of tension right here in the temple. So the one we did is wonderful. Okay, and Mary is 73. Let's go to next one. Next one is yes. What do you see? Paula, 57, same as my age. Look at before photo. And she said, eye bag's gone. Right. And the eye area is more toned and my skin is healthier and with a youthful glow. Can you see that? It's so beautiful. I'm just so happy for her, but also how small tiny exercise can do to your face. So that's what I wanted to share with you. But also, what you just felt is really real. I mean, you saw and you felt, but also you saw in these three people's after photos. Okay. Now, you know what is actually causing the heaviness, the hooting, the puffiness. It's not genetics. It's not lack of sleep. It's more about the muscles. And you know why creams and the devices were never going to address it or give you the long-term result. And you have techniques you can start using today. That three, very simple. But understanding is one thing. And what creates lasting change is showing up every day. I want you to do the poses every day, okay? In the right order, with the right progression. And that is exactly what the no surgery eye lift is. I'm so excited because it's only 15 days and 10 minutes a day. And I think everybody can have 10 minutes a day. And every routine builds on the last and walking the muscles and releasing the tension we just did, improving circulation until the lift becomes visible. Okay. And it's not forced. You probably felt like it's so subtle. It is very subtle. So it's not exaggerated, but it's real. And the program gives you 15 daily video routines and two extended weekend routines for the upper face right here and the tracking calendar. So you always know where you are. And a plus, I love this one too. I created three bonuses: brighten and deep puff for under eye puffiness. I know many people have concern. And then crow's feet smoother for outer corner tension. We did a pose for that too. And the relax and restore for end of the day eye relief. This is so good. If you do at night, you can see the change in the morning. And everything is included. Forever access. That means once you get it, you can have it forever. And 30-day money back guarantee, no questions asked. So you can try for 30 days. And if you don't like it, yeah, you can tell us and we give you money back. Okay. So excited? The price is $47 and that is only available until April 30th at midnight. So you don't have many days to decide. And after that, it goes to $197. And today, if you felt like it was something, and if you felt your eyes were responded to the exercise we did together, click the link in the chat and get started. And I'll take a few questions while you do. Okay. And I really think that sometimes eye area are not really understood. Like I said at the beginning, these three simple techniques really change how your eye area feel and look. And when you start practicing, and then this is important, practice consistently, you can see changes. Okay, so let's take some questions here. Okay, Dr. Wanda, how many times a day are you doing these? That's a good question. I pretty much do at least once a day. Why? Because I do these poses before I get out of bed. While I'm still in bed, half awake, half asleep, I do the poses. Why? Because I want to feel good and look good when I get out of bed and looking at the mirror in the morning. And I tell you, it doesn't take long, like a few minutes. And then when I look at myself in the mirror, like, whoa, I feel the difference. So try that. Okay. So that's my answer to your question, Dr. Wanda. Okay, so more questions. So let's see the questions. Yeah, Leah, will this help even out openness of eyes? Absolutely. Okay. Why? That's why I gave you a little variation. You remember that part? I said, wow, you can place palms here or place palms here or whatever works for you. So if one side is not even, you can put the palms or palm one side and maybe lift a little bit more and then do the opening exercise. What it does is you are going to train your forehead, okay, not to move, but also eye muscles to be activated, get more active. Does it make sense? So that's what you are going to learn when you start paying attention to very subtle, simple exercises. And that's why I say eye area is very delicate and often store lots of fluid. But when you activate certain way, you can start seeing some questions, some results very quickly. Okay, so another question, can we do this lying down? Neck gets so tight and painful. Absolutely. Well, that's why we also roll the shoulders. But like I said earlier, I do these exercises pretty much when I'm in bed still, so that you can do it. But also you can just, sit on a couch and do the exercise. Perfectly fine, as long as your shoulders relaxed. Okay, another one. Um, okay, what about constant dark circles under the eyes? Okay, so there's many causes of dark circles, but one causes is that one of the causes of the dark circle is not enough movement, not enough circulation. So the poses we did today, right? Eye back toner is wonderful. Why? Well, many of you felt the very subtle movement, right? It helps eye back. But when you are moving, what's happening? You are moving the circulation, means more oxygen, more nutrient, so that dark circle can get less visible. Does it make sense? Okay, so next one, I'm going to take more questions. So, a forehead freeze pose. Do you use fingers for pressure or just to feel the subtle movement? In other words, do you need the fingers or you can just look at the ceiling, having trouble tightening a gaze? Okay, wonderful question. So, the reason I use finger or palms is not to move my forehead. Okay? So the more you wrinkle your forehead, probably the more you push your palm. Or you push your forehead with your palms. So you can use fingers, but because I'm so good at well, I'm really I train my forehead so much so that I can't even look without touching my forehead. So I don't need support my forehead with my palms. Does it make sense? So it's a very subtle movement. The purpose is not to move the forehead. Yep, that is the main purpose. Okay. And then having a trouble tightening the gaze, you can even do this. You can put the fingers right here and then drop your jaw and then lift, like support the movement. Move here, 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 here. And then once your muscles start understanding what does it mean, move, you probably be able to do this, right? Without wrinkling your forehead, without using fingers. Okay, so let's go to Susie. When I lift my lower eyelid, other lower face muscles get activated. Is that okay? So I guess, well, I know that. Um, so Susie, that means probably you're tensing right here. So what you need to do is, yeah, you need to relax. That's why I asked you to open your jaw. Eh? Maybe you open your mouth too much. That's why you get activated. Just enough, like this will do. Right? So try that. Not open your mouth too much, just enough so that teeth are not touching. Okay, so let's see. Is any other questions? I think there's one more question. Okay. Yeah. Does this help dark circles too? Yes, I answered the question. It should help. Dark circle has many, many causes. I don't know how, sometimes the friction, touching too much, or allergy and all the things. But one thing is improving circulation, and that can help a lot. Okay. All right. I think, oh, there's more questions. So let me take more. Okay, so that's from Zenia. I cannot even feel my lower eyelid moving. Any other pointers? So I guess any other tips? So this one is really good tip. But another tip I can show you is you can place fingers very gently, okay? And then pull this to the side, slightly to the side. Okay, everybody do it to the side. Okay? And then this one, place your fingers and drop a jaw, and then move the fingers slightly. So you are pulling to the side. So you are kind of activating eye muscles and then move. You might be able to feel a little bit more. It might take some time, but do it very gently because this is not good. This is causing lots of wrinkles. You see that? That's not what we are doing. So very gently, very slowly, you activate. And when you are able to feel it, it's like, oh, I can move and I feel it. And it's such a wonderful sensation. Okay. All right. I think that is all the questions, probably. Yeah, got it. But I want to know, did you feel that? Did you feel a little sensation? Yeah? Thank you. So try and feel it and practice every day. It doesn't take long, and you are going to love the result you're going to get. So, again, thank you so much for being here today. And then you felt what 10 minutes can do, or even 5 minutes can do. And you know what is causing? It's not genetic, it's not the lack of sleep. And you have the technique you can start anytime. And you can do it throughout the day. Anytime you go to bathroom, why don't you do some pauses? Okay. Whatever you decide, I hope this was helpful and eye-opening. And if you're ready to take it further, no surgery, I left is open until April 30th at $47 US dollars. So the link is in the chat. All right. Thank you, loves. Take care and then practice, and I'll see you inside the program. Okay. Okay. Bye.